Let's get it.
D T D T.
All right, welcome to another episode of D-Talk TV. Tonight we are here with the CEO, the owner of Go Firm Entertainment, Mr. C. Collins, Charrell Collins, Charrell Collins, aka Mr. Pretty Rick himself. Man, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, man.
Good, man. I'm glad to hear that, man. So, for the people who don't know, man, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started. Why did you want to start a record label, man?
Man, probably the craziest thing in the world, huh?
Right. Absolutely.
Started off, a lot of people in the church. Been around music all my life.
Right.
The dad was a pastor.
Right.
Mother, leader of the choir, played the organ.
Yep.
All that kind of stuff. And it was like it was either music or nothing. It was either, it was like, hey, you gonna be in the choir. It was nothing else said. So
right.
That's kind of that's my start right there.
Yeah, I think a lot of us start like that, especially church kids, man.
Right.
It's kind of embedded in us, man. So, doing music, growing up, being from a musical background, musical family, you said your dad wasn't a musician, a pastor, mom's was too. Do you think that they're instilling music in you, wanted you to become more of a musician? Why the business side of it, though?
I kind of started on the musician part a little bit, but then I felt like everybody else had that covered.
Right.
I kind of got more geared towards the business side as I got older.
Right.
I was always one of getting tapes and getting CDs and looking on the back and being like, oh, who did this, who did that? And
Right.
I got interested in that stuff. And like once the internet age came, sound like an old person. Once the age of the internet came and Google came,
yeah.
I started looking up and this person do this and what's a A&R and what's the person that masters the record and a mixer and they recorded it here and all that kind of stuff, and then the writers and all that stuff, and that's just a whole nother topic right there. That's kind of what got me going, and I just saw people around me, very talented people around me, and it seemed like they was getting a runaround.
Right.
And I was like, man, everybody just keep getting screwed and all that, and I was like, I'm gonna start my own thing, and like I want to help them. It really was geared towards helping people. I've always been a helper all my life, so.
Right. So you took the J Prince approach, the Master P approach. Yeah, let's create the own thing, and that's admirable because especially being here from the South, it was kind of hard for us to get put on anyway. So with that being said, like who the artists on the roster, man? What
beginning of the year? Let me see. Well, I can start with the artists first.
Yeah,
we got E West.
All right.
Go firm, baby. Go firm.
I've been out the bar too long. I've been out the bar too long. I've been out the bar. I've been out the bar too long. I've been out the bar too long.
Got Sky Love.
Hello, we're strong. Silent but Nelly. Swing up your feet so I slice you up like a machete. Typical feet so we hustle for international rights like the American Betty. Oh baby, he wasn't ready. No baby, he wasn't ready like Kevin Hart stated. In the meantime, we gon' keep it going like it never went down through the streets of Baytown.
Got Adam J. Got other artists too. Those are the kind of the top three that focusing on. As far as artists on the label, so other artists I work with as well. But those are the kind of the top three on the label that we kind of making a priority right now.
Got you. And you talked about it before the interview. E West, man, like what? I know that his projects are out, right?
Yeah, projects out on all platforms.
Got you.
Look it up. Heat Check Volume 3.
It's something that you do to me. I say I got what you want. Yeah, I got what you need. Wait, hold on. I say I got what you want. Yeah, I got what you need. Wait.
No Pictures Please, Volume 2.
Yeah.
And soon to come, The Cure, Volume 1.
Gotcha.
I know people kind of like, why are you going backwards? But it was a marketing and kind of a sample clearance move. But, everything's Volume 3 and 2 on all platforms.
Gotcha.
Video to I Got What You Want, the single from Volume 3, is coming out soon.
That's my jam. I got what you want.
Yeah,
hey.
he's already surpassed 15,000 streams worldwide.
Got you.
So
okay, doing big moves, man.
Yeah.
And people don't know that's big for a up and coming artist, just fresh out the gate.
Completely independent.
Yeah, completely independent. You know, haven't seen videos, anything like that. It's just all word of mouth, right?
Yeah, word of mouth.
Oh man, that is cool. That is cool, man. Well, congrats to you. Congrats on the label, man. And I've been in the music industry for quite some time, man, dude. How do you balance owning a business, working with different personalities, and dude, let's just keep it all the way real, right? You know, working with artists, you have to be a psychologist, man. How do you do it, man?
With a lot of Paul Masson, Jack Daniels. Nah, I'm just playing.
Right.
Just playing. Spiritual guidance, man. Really just the Almighty, for real. Yeah, it takes a special person to balance a lot of different personalities,
right? And
to kind of be a counselor for all of them because all of them feel like quitting every other day. Every other day they want to quit. So it's like I'm right there, like motivating, and through motivating them, it makes me want to move on because I'm human too. So it's sometimes I'm like, man, I could just forget all this stuff and I'm finna just go do this and do something else and focus on that and not worry about this. So it's all a balance. It's all a balance.
Absolutely, man. I can even imagine trying to balance different personalities and someone takes precedence over another and how people feel and emotions, man. Like I know it has to be a hard thing, but what do you do for us to release stress and you not overwork yourself and be overwhelmed?
Sleep. A lot of
right,
man. My therapy comes from a lot of different things. From fixing up cars to working on houses to I watch a lot of HGTV and Motor Trend Network and YouTube videos of people working on cars and getting ideas on how to fix things up. My mind's constantly working. Like I want to do a car flipping business, house flipping business.
So hustler,
straight up all the way, man. Because the way the economy is set up, you gotta have multiple streams of income.
Absolutely. Being the music label owner, is that your full-time gig or what do you do full-time, man?
I consider it my full-time gig. And I work in IT as well, and I consider that my part-time gig.
Right.
So that's the way I'm gonna say that.
Right.
But you can flip those two around for right now until everything moves the way it wants to move.
Right. So the part-time supports the full-time.
Right. Yeah, for real.
We was talking about you being a label owner, and I know that you dabble in a whole lot of other different things, man. I just want you to tell the people also about you being a executive producer, man. Like. I talked to some of the other artists and they let me know that you have the ear for understanding what records. What do you think that has come from? Like who are your inspirations? Who have you listened to understand how this writing records, how does it work?
Man, from the greats, Quincy Jones.
Right.
Berry Gordy.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled, Diddy.
We the best.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Man, a lot of people, for his executive production. Gotcha. I think a lot of people think that isn't like a thing. Oh, but it's a thing, Man,
it's more than a thing, and I had to piggyback off of that just because people don't know how hard it is to create good records.
Right.
If you think that executive producing is not a thing, you should hear music before it comes out the lab. There are people who literally, Diddy is one of those masterminds who goes in and says, move this here, piece this here, mix it like this. Khaled is one of them. Yeah. They don't think that, just because you don't see him actually making a beat, because those are beat makers or songwriters. Mm-hmm. A person who can come and put the record together is an executive producer, man, and that's a whole nother different talent, man. Yeah. So, I definitely commend you on that, man. Tell us one last thing about your label, your entertainment. What do you want the people to know that they don't know?
And that every year we're getting stronger and stronger.
Right.
Go Firm Entertainment stands for good over evil. It also stands for God over everything. And the firm is just to stand tall, stand on what you believe. So that's really what it stands for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, definitely good over even, God over everything. We got to keep him first over everything, right? Was it Heat Check Volume?
Heat Check Volume 3.
Yeah.
On all platforms.
Right.
No Pictures Please Volume 2. Right. I Got What You Want. The single is out now. Okay. And the video. Check out the other artists. GoFirm.com is coming real soon.
Right.
Man, just look out, man. Just look out.
Cool. Instagram.
Right. GOEFIRM.
Right.
And there you'll get a link to all the artists. Even
Smart URL.
Got smart URLs to all the projects. Also on Facebook, GoFirm. Twitter, GoFirm.
Yeah.
And that's it. Also support a lot of other artists. Diego Brown, check out for Amazing.
Yeah.
Got some other artists in the work. Got Cat Carter out of the A-Town, Austin.
Right.
And man, got a couple things moving, man.
Got a couple things.
Yeah.
Cool. It is a wrap, man. D-Talk TV, we out.
D-T